Right then, so hey guys, it's PSL here, and I'm here for part 11 in this Motorsport Manager Let's Play. And now what I'm going to try and do, quite an ambitious plan, but as I said in the last episode, I'm going to try and speed through the entire Formula Asia Championship in this one video. So this video might be a little bit longer than the other ones, if it is then that's why. But anyway, yeah, I did ask for you guys to suggest how I could rebrand my team, and I got a couple of people suggesting the colour yellow. One person said 40 and yellow, which I think is good, but another person said Jordan, and in fact that was the first comment, and I thought Jordan, PSL Jordan is what I'm going for, because it means that there's some kind of weird universe where me and Eddie Jordan have formed some kind of partnership, which would be interesting to say the least. Yeah, so there you go, PSL Jordan. We formed some kind of alliance or partnership with Eddie Jordan. I don't really know about the logo. Is there anything even remotely Irish? Or we'll stick with the checkered flags. Hang on. We'll stick with the checkered flags. Why not? Okay, and so yeah, that's all. Start the new season in Formula Asia, because we left the European Racing Championship last episode, just like Britain has left the European Union. Oh, a design upgrade. Yeah, design upgrade. Perfect. Yeah, I won't go into. I don't want to start a political discussion about Britain leaving the EU. All I will say is that I do think everybody's gone a bit over the top on it. I'm sure. I mean, you know, it'll be. Oh, we'll get the aerodynamics upgrade, the cheaper one. Yeah, I'm sure Brexit. Obviously, we know we've seen like the pound and etc. has gone down, but I'm sure in a couple of years' time, it will probably well, let's say a couple of years, but by a couple of years, once we've left the EU, everything will probably have stabilised out. Probably, but who knows? Anyway, at this moment in time, anyway. I'm going to get off of that topic. Yeah, right, that's everything I think. So yeah, I'll just skip to the first race of the season at Bangalore. Right then, so qualifying's ended in Asia, and as you can see, not too great actually, slightly worrying. We got two Sato Engineerings ahead of us, two Young Racings, and then in 7th we've got someone who drives for the team Haryanto. So that's very interesting. Rio Haryanto, in some alternate universe in this game, is running a team which can qualify 7th and 13th. Well, how very interesting. Okay, so at the end of the first race, and ironically, a guy who is called Van Slick has won a race that has ended in wet conditions. So well done to Van Slick. He is a Sato Engineering driver. We got 2nd and 3rd, so we did make up some places from qualifying. We should be leading the team's championship, or constructors. Okay, joint top with Sato Engineering. But, I don't know, I'm reasonably confident with how quick we've been so far, but, you know, we've still got 8 races left to go. Right, so the end of qualifying at Kuala Lumpur. That's quite interesting. We are at Kuala Lumpur. But yeah, once again, we've been beaten by both Sato Engineering cars. We're 3rd and 5th. Although Foster, I don't believe, had time to go out on the best setup, unlike Powell. But yeah, I mean, things are looking good. We're certainly the 2nd quickest team because, well, Young Racing are 4th and 10th. Right then, so on the last lap of the Kuala Lumpur Grand Prix, and, I mean, nothing has happened. We finished 3rd and 4th. Van Slick won the race again. And quite honestly, it was the most boring race. That honestly, nothing happened. Absolutely nothing happened. So we're here after the 2nd race, and I'll tell you what, there's some interesting things I noticed. If you look at our Young Driver program, there's Marissa Richardson, who's been on our Young Driver program for, I don't know, maybe the past couple of episodes. She's been there for quite a while. Her driving stats have now got to the point where they're slightly better than our 2 drivers. So what I'm going to do, since there's only 3 months left on their contracts, I'm going to get rid of Foster. He's been a slightly better one so far this season, but as you can see, his stats are worse than Powell's. and Powell won the Drivers' Championship last season. So I'm going to get rid of Foster because obviously Powell, because we know the young drivers don't stick around in the academy forever, and even the experienced drivers aren't much better. So the young driver will get Marissa Richardson, because she's slightly better and they'll be cheaper in the long run. Well, actually, I don't know if it will be actually, but there you go. Anyway, so yeah, so now our two drivers are Powell and Richardson. So coming up to the end of qualifying at Nagano, and Richardson, she is proving why she deserved to be promoted, because she's out-qualified Powell by 6/10 of a second and has moved down to third actually. The second Sato Engineering car is finally qualified. But yeah, we're third and fourth as usual, but Richardson is looking very, very good at the moment. Right, so coming up to the end of the race at Nagano, and something that's really interesting is Powell's in second. He's right up behind Van Slick, as they both get past a lapped car there, but I just don't think he's going to get past Van Slick, which is really unfortunate. No, but that's the closest on track we've been to Van Slick, and then this young racing of Superrenant. What kind of a name's that? Anyway, he did a different strategy actually. He only stopped once, and yeah, and actually we've paid the price for it because Richardson lost out there. But it was more promising. We beat one Sato Engineering. Speaking of which, where did the other one even finish? Down in fifth, and we were right up behind Van Slick. So even though Sato Engineering were beating us, we're certainly getting closer. Where are we in the Constructors' Championship? 21 points behind. Okay. Well, if we keep improving, we should be able to put a fight to them. Right, so I'm going to get a new engineer, because just as an experiment, I got rid of one of my old engineers to see if there are any better ones on the market, and slightly better. It's kind of not really worth it, just because the market, there's some engineers that are better than the ones we got, but some that are worse. So it's not really worth getting rid of someone just in the hope there'll be someone better, because, well, there wasn't that case. Yeah, there were also some that were worse. So we have improved our car slightly, but yeah, it was quite a risky thing to do there. Okay, so we have got a dilemma question from Auto World. I thought I'd go through this one. Do you think there should be double points for the final race of the season? No, I don't, and I'm really glad they got rid of that at 2014, because it was such a gimmick. There wasn't even any point. There wasn't any need. There was never any reason for it to be brought in. It was just some stupid idea that Bernie or some of the other bigwigs at F1 had. And although wasn't it allegedly Bernie wanted double points for the last 3 races of the season, which is even more stupid of an idea. But no, there shouldn't be double points, and I'm really glad that they've scrapped that. Right, now things are looking good. Our guys are first and second. Yep, they've just improved their lap times. Powell has gone miles faster. He's now half a second ahead of Richardson. Finally, we've met a sponsor objective. Manuel Powell has beaten Marissa. I always try and remember my driver's first name. Sometimes I forget. But yeah, and it's quite interesting because obviously the start of the season we were noticeably slower than Sato Engineering. Then the next race we overtook Young Racing. Then the last race we were kind of nip and tuck with them, and now we're miles quicker than them. So I don't know where this has come from. I mean, all I've done, the only upgrades I've done since the start of the season was that engineer change that you saw me just do. But hey, apparently that's made all the difference in the world. Hang on, did I just see that right? I'm sure if you rewind back the clip you would have seen it, but yeah, there's a green car there, the light green car behind Richardson. That is Van Slick, who's decided to do a 3-stop race. I don't know what that's all about, but Van Slick, who was challenging us for the lead, he's pitted, so Powell's unchallenged, and the other Sato Engineering, Snow, crashed right near the start of the race. So actually, we're going to get a 1-2. Van Slick's going to get third. And actually, this race has gone really surprisingly well. What happened to... Oh, and apparently loads of people have decided to do a 3-stop. Because that's what the Surprenant guy tried to do. He was challenging Richardson for well, what is now second, but I have no idea how we got a 1-2 out of that. I was going to settle for first and fourth, maybe second and fourth, but wow, we've actually taken a 1-2 and, well, massively outscored Sato Engineering, so we might well have overtaken them in the Constructors' Championship. Yeah, so things are looking really good heading into the second half of the season. Right, so I accidentally skipped through the qualifying times at Seoul, but we got third and fourth. It's pretty much the same standard affair as usual. Both Sato Engineering guys out-qualified us. Yeah, so let's just head on to the start of the race. Hang on, wait, what's this? Hang on. Snow, the Sato Engineering driver, has retired, so she was in fourth. I say she, actually, I don't know whether Snow is a male or female driver. We're right up behind Van Slick. Right, okay, well, I mean, we've been right up behind... Richardson has been up behind Van Slick for the longest time. I mean, we've done a better strategy because we've both done 2 stops. But I've been on the soft tyres all race, whereas, well, Van Slick at least has been on... He's done soft... I think he's done 2 softs and 2 hards. And as you know, Richardson's in the lead. She just needs to hold this for a few more corners. I don't know whether that's going to happen. Powell's in third. Either way, we're going to outscore Sato Engineering. Yep, and of course Richardson's tyres are just completely gone by this point. I mean, it was a very risky 3-stop strategy because the tyres, as you can see, were dead by the end of it. But yeah, there you go. So we did quite well in terms of strategy anyway. Well, we certainly had the better strategy. And we're second and third. But of course, Snow is, yeah, outside of the points. Which is great. We didn't get the sponsor objectives. Simone Snow. Okay, well, there you go. Yeah, so we've outscored Sato Engineering there. Van Slick, I think, will win the Drivers' Championship. But we're 15 points ahead of Sato Engineering in the Constructors' Championship. Right, so one good thing I have noticed is that is our headquarters have been upgraded. We had a design and manufacturing upgrade in progress, which I completely forgot about, but they are now finished, which means we can employ a further 10 employees into each department. Well, having said that, that is going to put us into debt quite substantially. But there you go. I mean, our car is, well, I mean, the bars actually didn't go up at all. So I think the car is pretty much as good as it can be in this tier. We're in $2 million worth of debt, but I mean, that amount of employees will certainly be good when we go up to tier 2. So while it hasn't done that much at the moment, it is setting the groundwork for future tiers. So we just had a very interesting qualifying session at Shanghai. As you can see, I didn't even get a car in the top 3. We finished 4th and 7th. Which isn't, well, it seemed quite bad, but Van Slick is in 8th, and sure, Simone Snow is in 1st. You know, but we got both young racings, which we've proven to be, at the very least, as quick as, Haryanto. Well, okay, I was going to say Haryanto's in 5th, no, but it's a Haryanto car of M. Bout. He is in 5th, and then we got Buklowski, Asian Time. I think that's the first time I've mentioned them in this episode, or ever really. They're in 6th. So coming up towards the end of the race at Shanghai, and Simone Snow has been completely dominant, start to finish. She's 54 seconds ahead of Powell, who's a good 12 seconds ahead of Richardson, who is a good 16 seconds ahead of Vosper, who is, I believe it's Van Slick behind. Oh no, Van Slick's in 6th, but either way, again, even though we're not winning races, we should still be outscoring Sato Engineering as a whole. We've just been consistently racking up the podiums, whereas, well, first Van Slick was the quickest, now it's Simone Snow, and then, I don't really know, really, it's been all over the place, and Simone Snow's had reliability issues. Van Slick, I assume he finished in 6th in the end, and actually Vosper had the fastest lap. Oh no, Van Slick finished in 5th. But there you go. I believe it was Suprenant in the Young Racing. I believe he was ahead of Vosper and Van Slick, but then ended up behind them. Either way, we were 15 points ahead going into this race, and okay, we're only 13 points ahead, but still, I mean, we're still ahead, and we're still looking very competitive. I mean, you know, hopefully, if Sato Engineering, if they can have some more reliability issues or something like that, yeah, we should probably take the Constructors' Championship first time around. Yeah, now this is worrying. Qualifying at Bahrain, and for some reason we were nearly 2 seconds a lap off. I mean, Sato Engineering seemed very overpowered at this track. I mean even Suprenant, who's in third, is 1.5 seconds off, but yeah, that is slightly worrying how far off pole position we were. So this is the first time in Formula Asia the safety car has come out on track, and fortunately we just come into the pit, so we got some fresh tyres. Simone Snow's just come into the pit, so she's gonna fit on some fresh tyres, but we were looking actually quite good before the safety car period, but I don't quite know if this is going to benefit us or hinder us. No, I think that safety car really helped us actually, because the safety car came in with 12 laps to go. The soft tyres last 6 laps. Right behind us is Van Slyck, but as you can see from his tyres, he's going to have to come in again. Simone Snow, she'll probably stay out to the end, so I reckon it'll be Snow in 4th. No, Snow in 3rd, I mean. Van Slyck 4th. Well, having said that, Van Slyck is in 3rd now. But either way, long and short of it, I think we're going to get a 1-2 with Sato Engineering just behind us, and I think that's because the safety car came in exactly on the right lap. A lap earlier would have been great, a lap later would have been great. Powell's just retired, oh my god. Well, finally we're having some kind of issues because Sato Engineering have already had them, but Marissa Richardson, she's going to come round to win the Bahrain Grand Prix. Okay, well if we got a 1-2, that would have really helped us in the Constructor standings. Now, yeah, Sato Engineering have now outscored us in that race. Okay, we're still 5 points ahead, but with 2 races to go, yeah, it's looking very interesting all of a sudden. Oh, so Powell just completely aced the qualifying time there. I mean, he just went 0.3 of a second quicker than Richardson. Speaking of which, we are falling down the order, so I will do a few more laps. And, you know, this is an interesting track, kind of a more Indianapolis, Indy 500 style track. IndyCar, that's what I was looking for. Kind of more an IndyCar style track, you know, just a banked oval. But normally these tracks are good. Normally these are the easy tracks. But well, 2nd and 4th is all right at wherever we are, Doha. No idea. I've never heard of it. I couldn't tell you where that is. Well, obviously somewhere in Asia. But I mean, the problem is now that we've left Europe, and now we're in the Formula Asia Championship, yeah, I don't recognise any of the places, really. Well, no, actually, no, I recognise a load of them, actually, but there have been a couple I haven't recognised. And actually, speaking of leaving Europe, and I'm not going to go back to Brexit, because I don't really want to... It wouldn't be entirely appropriate for me to talk about Brexit. But also, I think Brexit will be fine. We'll end up alright in the end. I don't see any massive issues in the immediate or long-term future. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about that. Leaving Europe, European Championships, Euro 2016. Yeah, obviously I'm recording this Monday early afternoon, so we've got Italy versus Spain to look forward to. Obviously you're seeing this on the Tuesday, so you'll know what the results will be, but I'm putting my money on Spain to win, because Spain have been looking... Spain, to be honest, to me, have been looking like the only team that have actually looked competitive. They've been the only like strong looking team, I would say, so far this tournament. Yeah, so Italy v Spain, I reckon Spain will win, but that will be a very interesting game. And then England v Iceland. I think Iceland will be competitive, but I think England, we should win. But I think Iceland will give us a run for our money, but yeah, we should beat Iceland, and then, well, then we'll have to play France. That'll be very interesting. I don't see us beating France. It's possible. Hey, I won't... If we beat France, it'll be a shock, but we might do it. Logically, we might do it, but who knows. Right, so Croy ran the last lap, and, oh, it's been a quite good battle between us and Sato Engineering. I think I did slightly mess up strategy, especially as Richardson has dropped down to 5th, right at the dying seconds of the race. I tried to do the entire race on softs, and I did, but yeah, that really wasn't the best idea in the world. So yeah, so Sato Engineering have outscored us, so they're probably ahead of us now. Yeah, there we go, 7 points ahead. I'll tell you what, 7 points ahead, but heading into the last race, that could be very interesting. So coming up to the end of qualifying at Singapore, and I looked at this track and I thought, this track, I didn't fancy this track, but in qualifying at least, we're doing okay. First and third, we got Van Slick in second, and last time I looked, Snow was down in about 8th. Let's have a look. 6th, okay, so they're in second and 6th, we're in first and third. Yeah, okay, this could be an interesting one. Okay, so pretty much halfway into the race, and we're doing very well. First and second, our guys are right next to each other, Powell just ahead of Richardson. But, yeah, I mean, actually, us and Sato Engineering, we're doing very different strategies. As you can see, Snow, her tyres are very good because she came into the pits about a lap ago. Van Slick came into the pits a couple of laps ago, but both of them started on the hard tyres. We started on the soft tyres, but we're going to have to fill on the hards come the end, so we're looking good, but this race is by no means done. Right, so with 2 laps left to go at the Singapore Grand Prix, things are looking fantastic. We're still in a 1-2. Manuel Powell is in first, Marissa Richardson second. We've still got Snow in third, Van Slick in fourth. But at this moment in time, we stand to score 43 points. Sato Engineering will score 27 points, which means, well, we'll win the Constructors' Championship because they are only 7 points ahead, and we're going to outscore them by 16 points, I believe. So on the last lap, Manuel Powell still leading, but the leaders kept swapping between Powell and Richardson. But the final race of the Formula Asia, that's what it is. The final race of Formula Asia, the man who won the European Racing Championship, Drivers' Championship, Manuel Powell, has won the Singapore Grand Prix and Formula Asia and has signalled that we have won the Constructors' Championship in Formula Asia. And we got Van Slick, he should be coming through in 4th place. Or was he already finished? Van Slick has finished in 4th, which I think means he has won the Drivers' Championship. So there you go, there's the official confirmation. PSL Jordan, my first season in a partnership with Eddie Jordan, and we've taken a 1-2 at Singapore, and great stuff really. We should have won. I don't think the Drivers' Championship, yeah, Van Slick was very, very quick, but we did beat Simone Snow, so that's great. Powell, who won, as I said, Powell, who won the European Racing Championship, Drivers' Championship, he finished second this time around. Richardson in third, which is good because Richardson didn't even do the whole season, didn't she? No, because it was Foster did the first couple of races, I think. Constructors, there you go, 9 points ahead of Sato Engineering, then Young Racing. Actually, the battle between Young Racing and Haryanto lost out. No surprise there. And Fong Motorsport did actually score points. That must have been very recently, because I swear most of the season they had been, well, pointless. So onto the main screen. As you can see, we're in $1.3 million worth of debt. Not anymore, as we've won another $16 million. Yep. And there you go, another trophy to add to our trophy cabinet, Formula Asia 2019. So we've won the British Racing Series, the Australian Grand Prix Series, the European Racing Championship, and Formula Asia. So we've won... oh no. Okay, there is no half. But, you know, we've won... Well, once we've won the American Racing League, which I will do in the next episode, we've won all the championships in Tier 4 and Tier 3. So let's join the American Racing League. And, you know, $16 million. Be sure to leave down in the comments, guys, what you want me to upgrade. I will probably upgrade... Actually, in fact, I don't think there's a question, because I can't really upgrade my headquarters, can I? It's a very expensive job. Whereas the Young Driver program, which obviously we saw has been pretty useful with Marissa Richardson. Yeah, that's much. Yeah, we could do 2 stages of upgrade. Yeah, we could do 2 stages of upgrades. So if you want me to do that, be sure to leave that down in the comments. But I'll probably do it anyway because there isn't really anything else I can spend my money on unless I just save it. But yeah, guys, the American Racing League, I'll do that next time around, which will be on Thursday. So I'll finish all the Tier 3 championships on Thursday. So then next week or maybe the week after, we'll start the Tier 2 championships and finally actually have some proper competition. I know Sato Engineering challenged us, but Sato, let's assume it's Takuma Sato. I'm sorry, Takuma Sato, but, you know, we just beat you. Anyway, yeah, I'll get off of that. I'll see you guys next time in the American Racing League. So I'll see you then.